Afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to be looking into a severe weather forecast for the next few days. And first of all, let me just say, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to, when I get a new computer, I'm going to probably get RadarScope Pro or RadarScope Pro 2. I have it on my phone right now, but I don't know how to live stream. You've seen some of my videos I've done probably if you've been a long-time subscriber. But please, if you want to see more weather content like this, then subscribe. And I post videos on a day-to-day basis most of the time. Sometimes every other day, like last week, I could not post because I was on vacation. I had the worst internet ever, and I didn't even have my computer with me. But so it was impossible to record other than my phone for one day. But yes, but today we have a slight risk for severe weather, as we can clearly see. We have it going through Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. We have that area of slight. And then around that, we have an area marginal going from Minnesota to South Dakota and North Dakota. We have that an area marginal today with the jet stream up there. But let's look at tornado. The SPC's tornado predictions. They say they have a 2% area outlined in Minnesota. Wind threat, you have a 15% chance outline going through Minnesota, South Dakota, and North Dakota. And the hail threat actually seems to be relatively affecting a pretty large area today. That's why there is a pretty large slight risk. But so we have a large hail threat today in Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, maybe even portions of western Wisconsin right there. And then this will be moving down here tomorrow. We'll look at that real quick. For tomorrow, we have this area marginal out here where I just said in Wisconsin, even parts of the upper portion of Michigan, and even Minnesota over here. And then we also have a secondary area in Nebraska and Wyoming. You see the risks we have. So the severe weather does seem to be calming down a little bit, because for day 3 we only have a marginal risk going through South Dakota, Wyoming, and then Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota. We have that marginal risk right there. So severe weather does seem to be calming down for right now for us, right, for places right in the USA right now. But I just cannot speak clearly. But does seem to be calming down. Like last Friday, we had that moderate risk over here. Saturday, I think we only had a slighter and enhanced risk, so it does seem to be calming down. And of course, I'm just showing you guys this because there's no day 4 to 8 outlook. There has not been for a while. Yes. But now let's go take a look. So I'm using Pivotal Weather. Not much people use this anymore. I don't think now. I haven't seen much people use it, like David Schlatthow or anybody. I like using it just because of a wide variety of stuff you can look at. I mean, I recommend using this too if you have a weather YouTube channel. I mean, this is the NAM3KM. We have all this stuff, all of this you can look at, and all of this. There's a bunch of stuff that Pivotal Weather does that Tropical Tidbits does not do, and that's why I like it. But so right now we're looking at the NAM3KM model, because I'm showing you guys a few different models today. Using this, you can see right now the NAM model is not really predicting that there's going to be really bad storms. We're not really predicting there's going to be intense storms today out in Minnesota and North Dakota. You can see where our cold front is right here, which is why we have storms. Nothing really that stands out, just maybe a few isolated, maybe like still a little bit of severe weather, damaging winds, and a hail threat mostly. But NAM3KM model, as we go to later hours, does not say much storms are going to happen. If we click for a sounding, we can see it says we have a tornado risk. We also have a relatively large, you can see we have pretty good Cape values with the parcel right there. And there is also a little bit of a tornado threat with this, but let's get rid of that, and we can go to later hours. Now let's take a look at the weather for tomorrow. You can see tomorrow we have a line right here. This will likely be a little bit more severe. Actually, according to the NAM3KM, you can see some pretty good individual storms firing up right there. But now we're going to go over the COD meteorology and look at the HRR. We can play this out. We can go later. You can see we already have storms starting to fire up in South Dakota, but those will likely be only the start of it. And if you had a few more hours, at 22Z, the storms do get going. But in Alberta, Canada, I think that is, or maybe I'm pretty sure that's Alberta, or maybe Manitoba. I'll have to check on that. I still can't. I think I know this is Saskatchewan. I just can't. I always get these two mixed up. If you watch my previous videos, but you can see some pretty bad storms could be going through that area of Canada, and you can clearly see our cold front. You can also see, if you guys look closely, the wind change. The winds are coming out of the south in front of the cold front, but then behind this line, they're still going out of the south. But then the cold fronts are right there. That's when the winds change directions. So that convergence is why we have the why there's some storms. This is with the convergence of the winds and a bunch of other stuff like the cold air, the cooler air, and the dryness. But a lot of stuff that comes in play for some severe weather. But you can see our line of storms right here. A lot of 60 plus DBZ storms, a lot of them, going all the way from Canada into Minnesota and maybe even south and North Dakota. You can see this pretty strong storm. It looks like a little bit of a hook right there. So the HRR model is saying that there could be pretty bad storms later today. Some of which could be has to have significant winds or significant hail. We can take a look at the Cape values. So yes, we're right in front of the cold front, and we'll have Cape values of 4,000 plus likely. But then after that, they will get covered up. But we will have Cape values of 4,000 plus. You can see right here in North Dakota and Minnesota, and that's going to come in play for these severe storms. You only need for severe weather, you only need 1,000, maybe even in some cases 750 joules of Cape to have severe weather. Let's take a look at this significant tornado. You can see the significant tornado for the day is anywhere from about 0.8 to maybe 1 in South Dakota to 1. And then supercell composite numbers, let's take a look at this, are going to be a little bit on the lower side, but so they could be moderate in some areas. Like you see 3 or 4s in this yellow color, 4 plus, and these little orange dots over here in Canada also. And you can still see where our cold front is a little bit, but just take a look at Echo Top predictions. I like the HRR model on College of Dude page. I recommend checking this out. You can see some of these storms are predicted to be 45,000 plus feet, maybe 45,000 feet tall. But let's take a look at what the NAM, the NEST is predicting. The NAM NEST the NAM NEST, yeah. The NAM NEST is predicting also the cold front with the potential for severe storms along it. You can see right there these about the storms in that area. As we go later, and more will fire up. But the HRR model and the NAM 3KM model are both saying that there is going to be a little bit more severe storms for Friday, July 26th, or could likely be more severe weather. But that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe to the channel. Hope you have a good rest of your Thursday, and peace out.